Hello everyone, good afternoon. My name is Yoran Bar, I'm CEO and co-founder of Beaconcure. Beaconcure is a text validation company. We have been working with Pfizer for about 2.5 years now on clinical trial data validation as opposed to analytics. Data validation means that you have to validate and compare between data sets, and more than 2 years of training the algorithms, we have been able to achieve a solution that is now automated. So just to talk a bit about the problem, I don't know how well you're aware with what's happening in the clinical trial space, but these are recent numbers indicating that every year around 200,000 submissions are made. And of those, you have 21% failure. This means that the FDA, and I'm sure that in Europe and in Asia, the numbers are similar. There's 21% rejection of submitted new trials, updated trials. That's new drug, updated drug, safety report, annual report of any kind. Reason that this staggering number is that there are errors in the data. Errors can be dosage, dates, numbers of patients, etc., etc. So essentially, Beaconcure is operating in the last mile. Once the study has been completed and the patient data has been aggregated and statistical programming, statistical analysis is taking place. And we are introducing an automation in a place that up until now has been completely manual. I don't know how many of you have been in the morning session about introducing technology into pharma, but essentially that's the sweet spot. So I've put in this, I know it's an unfair slide, but imagine Pfizer's Lipitor. I don't know how well you know, these are amazing numbers. Imagine that they were selling $12.8 billion a year, which means they were making around $1.2 billion a month in sales. What would happen if we would reduce 3 months out of that? And not just revenue. It's revenue, it's operational cost, obviously introducing a much needed medication to patients, etc., etc. So this is supposed to be a video, I don't know if, yeah. So it's a use case that I'm going to show you. It's going to run pretty fast. Essentially what you'll see is you'll see a use case of a QC, a quality control person, uploading a submission, summary and sources, and the system is validating and checking, comparing between tables. Okay? Let's see if this works. So a new project, it's a SaaS application, so a new project is being created. Summary and sources are uploaded. The system is analyzing the data, and anywhere you see the red dot, red spot means suspicious cells. Now it's comparing. You see 24 in the summary, and 26. It means that something is wrong, and essentially it becomes now a task-related system. So the user can go into the specific task that he's been assigned to. It can be a quality assurance, can be medical writer, and they can immediately take the report and amend whatever needs to be amended. So essentially, it's comparing between cells. Okay, so we are evaluated essentially on 3 key indicators. Obviously, improving the timelines, cutting down the timelines, fast accuracy. So in some cases, we can be compared to the processes that are done today. The manual processes, and the accuracy would be the same, but using an automated solution, you can do that in less than a quarter of the time. So again, it's automation in an area that was completely manual until now. And of course, you can improve the personal the workforce, you can essentially gain more with less people, and there are a lot of side effects that are contributing to that, less fatigue, etc., etc. We're looking at a $6 billion market as a whole, so that's for clinical trials for drug and medical devices. We're also looking at adjacent industries that are heavily regulated and are using documentation, such as automotive, insurance, and banking, essentially for the same core technology. The business model is pretty simple. Given it's a SaaS application, you can choose the volume of validation reports that you would like to have in a year. Then you purchase a yearly license, and based on that volume, you can start validating. Once the license has terminated, you can purchase an additional volume, etc., etc. Add support and maintenance. It's pretty straightforward. And a bit about us. So we are based in Tel Aviv. We are a team of 10 people. I'm happy to say that now we are 60% women and 40% men, which is something that we're very happy about. We developed a generic text validation technology. Obviously, Pfizer was the first company, but we have now working on making it generic so we can later on use it across the board, and the first application is SaaS. Thank you very much.